Alright, this is Thursday morning, June 11th, 5:58. New York opened and dumped into this 15-minute fair value gap. Also took London lows, did the same thing on ES. Even if I was up for this, I definitely don't think I would have executed on it. For today, still feeling bullish. We could possibly take London highs and New York highs, current New York highs, and dump. We could also come up to previous day high, come up into this 1 hour fair value gap and dump. Yeah, there's a few different things we could do. So I think right now I'm really just gonna wait for 9:30 because obviously this is not something I want to long off of right here. But yeah, I'll see if I can find a few things, wake up a little bit more, and we'll see what happens at equity open. Alright, so I'll just be completely honest. Today I'm having a bit of trouble just finding things. Pretty much finding, exactly what I think is going to happen for today. So naturally, that's going to make me a bit scared, but I'm not going to let that happen today. If the day's not obvious, if you don't see something, then, it's just best just to kind of sit back and wait. So, again, I don't really see exactly how this day could play out. Again, we have previous day high up here with this fair value gap. We're riding right around the 50% level. We did pop up above it. So I think for longs, we'd have to see something like this, to where we either pop up above these highs and then smack back down into them around 9:30 to go higher, or we come down here, maybe go for Asia lows or at those S&T lows, which not too favorable for me, then make a move up. Or honestly, I'm thinking we might just kind of fiddle around and then go straight up at 9:30, possibly something like that. But safe draw on me is going to be previous day high with this fair value gap and EQ of Tuesday. So we'll see how that plays out. That is my draw. That is my draw on liquidity, but I'm not gonna really demand a trade on the way to it. Not at all. So we'll see. Okay, I just thought about something interesting. This SMT was formed last night, obviously, when this day opened. I'm wondering if, because really the only reason why I was bullish was I saw that at the S&P had taken previous day low or Tuesday low, and obviously MNQ didn't, or NQ. But what I'm wondering is if that idea is still valid to trade off of at this point in time, because Asia and London ran up. So I don't know how safe it is to trade with this S&T. I mean, it is pretty strong. I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like we're already, in a premium. Right? We could think of today as maybe bearish. Just go for these S&T lows. I don't know. Again, nothing is set for today. I'm trying to keep all these things in mind. Definitely that, because I'm still not too sure if I'm extremely bullish right now, because again, it's hard for me to see how a good trade would play out to long. So again, we'll just wait. It's 9:11 right now, so be back in about 20 minutes. Alright, I don't know why, but for some reason, this will probably happen to me a couple times a month during my trading. Right before equity open, I'll have to shit so bad. I have to shit so bad. And equity open is quite literally in 2 minutes. Like, what am I supposed to do? Alright, we got 10 seconds. Let's see what happens here. To be honest, I'm not going to expect a whole bunch from this day. I can definitely see today being a no trade day. So on the 15 minute, we're delivering from this gap right here. We drop down to the 1 minute. Okay, that's what. Yeah, I definitely don't see any type of way I would have traded off this gap. It's just very messy, to be honest. Tapping back into this 15 minute. Could go for these lows down here, because it's probably going to be around 50% level right there. Yep. Okay, so NQ does not want to seem to take this low. ES already has. So very possible that this is where we take our position off of this 15 minute. Very possible. Another thing to point out is we've been respecting the 50-point level of this weekly fair value gap as well. There's another reason why I'm not super bearish right now, because if we were bearish, I don't feel like we would react off of this level the way we did. I feel like we would kind of continue lower and close below it with a bit more strength. It's the same thing with pretty much this whole day. Asia, when we come down, we never break below a low. London, we come down, we never break below a low. New York, we come down, we still never break below a low. We wick below London lows. So I could be totally wrong today, because just from what it's looking like today, definitely looks bearish. But I feel like that's maybe what everyone else could be thinking. Most retail could be thinking that we're gonna just go all the way down today, but I'm personally thinking around this level, maybe a tiny bit lower, we're gonna start going higher. Maybe around 10 a.m. once again. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and set a limit here. Stop loss I'll put here. TP will go there. I don't think that's not happening. Okay. Well, oh! I guess that is the reality of it. Right to my target already. Really no opportunity to enter here. As soon as we got confirmation, we're already at target, so I'm not too sure how much I trust this level. There's a part of me that wants to wait for 10 a.m. Yeah, we just made an S&T with these highs here. Okay, we just took London highs. So, depending on whether we close above them and displace through them, which we are right now, we can look to continue off of their highs, or could reverse here, go for these lows, short. Because, yeah, making a fat S&T. Okay, so this is exactly what I want to see, especially on the 15-minute. If we can close above, or if we can close below London highs like this, then I'll definitely want to take a short, especially with the way ES is looking. Alright, we got 10 a.m. about to open. For 10 a.m. PO3 model, what you want to see, 4-hour candle open. Okay, so I just set a sell limit on this up close after CISD. Oh, actually, I could do it right here too. It makes a bit more sense for me. Confirm that. Okay, so just going over this entry. Okay, we tapped into this 15-minute fair value gap here. We're definitely in a premium. Took London highs, did it on ES. Entered on a 1-minute change of state of delivery. I'm targeting this fair value gap fill right here, a little bit below this low. And we'll see how this plays out. I'm sorry, doing pretty decent, but I am nervous. My heart rate has accelerated a little bit, so I had to step away from charts for just a second. I'm going to again, but I feel like I did a lot better today, especially now that I have this stop loss, so I can really just walk away from charts and let this do what it needs to. I don't really have too much to manage on this. It either hits or it doesn't. So no matter what happens today, I'm very proud and very happy with today. All right, TP hit. Go over this day in just a second. All right, so just a quick recap for today. It's a pretty simple trade. We traded into this 15-minute fair value gap. Made a crazy S&T with the S&P. As soon as we tapped into this fair value gap, I dropped down to the 1-minute, waited for a change state of delivery. I was going to sell here, but at this point I was still scared, still wasn't sure about entering, and then this candle came down and we had this change of state, and this is what really made me confident to take this trade. So the entry was obviously way lower. That's okay though. I still hit a 1 to 3. I took this fill of this fair value gap right here. Made about $300. Not a complicated trade at all. Just sweep into fair value gap on the 15-minute, drop down to the 1-minute, change state of delivery. Target was close by. Stop loss, this fair value gap fill, and yeah, played out pretty well. So I'd say the thing I missed today was definitely this 9:30 retap into this fair value gap on the 15-minute, then going for London highs and this other fair value gap on the 15-minute by previous day high, also OTE. So pretty good day. We're up on the eval now. We're going to might skip Friday, and yeah, we'll go into next week with the same consistency. As far as emotions go, I think they're okay today. I mean, they were still definitely there. I think just trading on paper for too long can really harm you. I mean, I was on it for years, and I really just got so numb to fucking pressing buy and sell, and I also got inconsistent at times. And I think this is just such a different ballpark that the emotions are definitely heavy. So that's really what I'm going to be working on. I don't really give a fuck about the charts. I don't really give a fuck about technicals. I feel like I'm there. I'm just going to work on my psychology, and that's quite literally it. So